good, don't she? On top of that, she good for me. Made me wanna say, even though I got plenty, if I'm down to my last penny, I still gotta.
Now from the great state of Illinois, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the second city of Chicago. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins and the Chicago Tigers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And he's got some space here. And he'll have a Dolphins first down as the tackle made here at the 36.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. But you look at this defense. They come into this one rounding out the top 10 in the 10 spot against the run.
I jotted down in my notes in prepping for this game that this is definitely an area we got to keep an eye on, because you're talking about where they rank in stopping the run. But how about what they're facing? This unit loves to run the football, and they rank highly in the league in getting it done.
Yeah, power against power. Something's got to give. Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Out of the gun now on third down.
He'll dump this off to Achane.
And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be fourth down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. Second down. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
2nd and 10.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out in the running game.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 41.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Back to throw. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, They want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
We'll see if they do that. 3rd down and 13. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On 4th down, Mike Vrabel says, let's get 3 out of this. He sends on the field goal unit. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better. Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one. And what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Looking for Campbell downfield. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 2nd down now, Key. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
3rd and 5. They'll drop to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter, as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They give it off here to the tight end. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of 1 yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
They'll try to run this one in. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll take over deep in their own end after the fumble recovery as they start 1st and 10.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
On play action, they'll throw. That is caught. He's going to have the 1st down and then some. A huge play there for Chicago. 62 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Back to throw here. Wide open receiver complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there at 22. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this 1st half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes our score 17-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you
don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. This one thrown underneath to Achane. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the 1st as the tackle is made at the 33. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Backed up where they were on this side of the field, that was a gutsy call.
A gutsy call that never should have happened. Not so much them going for it. That's their decision. But where's the defensive front? Where's the leverage? Where's the low man wins? Where's getting into the offensive backfield and spilling the play? How did they permit them to pick up a 1st down in that situation?
28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This 1st half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Rolling to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Azeez Ojulari in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. They'll set up a throw. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Now back to throw. They set up the screen. Achane has it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the deep.
Touchdown! Devon Achane. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are able to cut into that deficit. Mike McDaniel, no hesitation on his end. He's telling his offense to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. Going right side here, and that's complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Looking downfield for Jones. And this one is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll look to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Looking left side, and now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Right back to him on first down. And some space here. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted, but he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. But these guys now...
Oh, and miscommunication on the lateral. The ball's out. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
It's an important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
A first down run not going to get them a whole lot, maybe a yard. And it looks looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football to places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out, and now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off play action. Garland. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Off the play fake. Garland. Rush coming, and he's taken down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Up the middle they go. Key, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw caught by Achane. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And this one is right down Broadway. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They're going to look to throw. And he fires one incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. He's got his target. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. He got 29 yards that time. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 64 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. The carry here for the big tight end. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 6-yard touchdown run. And they are able to add on to their advantage. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is lets you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
60 bikes, 60 bikes, go!
They'll try and run it up the middle. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. On 1st down, back to Achane. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the fourth. They've got 2nd and 12 from the 36. Looking to throw. Garland. He finds his man, complete. It's Bishop. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
To throw on 3rd down, Garland. Dancing to his left. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
On the set. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
They'll run on 1st down. Key. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. The false start hurts him there a bit, backs him up to 2nd and 9. They run the counter. Key. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Well, partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A Miami 1st down on the 14-yard pickup. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Slot man moves right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Garland. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. On 3rd down, Key. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
On now the Miami field goal unit. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And he'll try and throw here on the fake. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Really an excellent run. Sidestepping tacklers on his way to a pickup of 8.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Let's go.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And once again, he'll get possibly back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. 91 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he is going to have a first down here, and that should be the one that seals a victory. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Here we go, here we go.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Chicago,